All right. Do you want to do a recap from last time?
We made classes and all stuff.
Oh
Oh,
God,
yeah,
really?
that's right. That's most what we did last time.
Against
Um,
baseball, we had fantasy class drafting.
yep, yeah, I think everyone's got a full schedule too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's not a hole in there. Okay. One thing I kind of want to do is one to get some stuff in here, but also to get some explore some of those other things. Yet Garrett will be coming into it on here. So why don't we start with Trevor?
Yes.
Um, yeah, coach has asked you to sort of help him, like, kind of coach the team and keep morale up.
Okay.
So let me pull up something real quick. So, firecrackers. Um, yeah, coach, the team's getting together to practice. Uh, coach just sort of looks at you and goes, "You want to do some on-field work with Leland?"
Sure. I don't know if it'll stress out my arm, but yeah.
He sort of smiles and goes, "You know what? You need to actually see use the arm. Once someone gets to the point where they can't play anymore, sometimes still keeping your head in the game while you get better can be useful." What position does Leland play?
Um, I think Leland was the catcher
Okay.
to Trevor's pitcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, he tells you, let's just go out and just don't throw them hard, but just throw them a couple real easy ones. Just want to see how you're feeling.
Okay.
Yeah, and Leland's kind of seems kind of aware of it as he immediately sort of kind of walks out towards part of the field with you. Just goes, "How's your shoulder been?"
Hard to say. Like, I've been trying to avoid like stressing it at all, so it hasn't really hurt. But who knows if this'll go well?
I think just keep it real soft. Don't necessarily hit it too much. So kind of heads back over there. Not too far away, like definitely not as far as you might normally throw it. It's the kind of thing that you could probably do like almost like an underhand toss in a lot of respects if you needed to. Um, just goes, all right, send me an easy one.
Okay. Trevor just sort of stretches out his shoulder and uh, gets ready to throw.
Okay.
And then sort of, I think he just kind of like mistimes it and it just flies straight into the ground in front of Leland.
And kind of nods and goes and sort of picks it up and sort of gives you an underhand toss back. Because it's fine. Just gotta get kind of back in the groove again. Don't make it hard. Just keep it kind of soft.
So yeah, Trevor is like going through trying to like use all of the motions that he would when he throws, but instead of like actually throwing as hard as possible, is going a lot lighter, just to make sure he has all the range of motion.
Okay. And then he catches it kind of a couple times. And you get like a back and forth without kind of throwing your arm too much into it. And then he goes, I gotta know, man. Heard something about you and Rachel?
Trevor just sort
What?
of
I'm not doing here. Listen, what?
puts
No, what? No.
his head in
Nothing
his
about
hand,
Rachel. No.
just sort of like
I can't remember.
massages his head.
I think he told you that he said he told Sean that she was banging you.
Mhm.
I just got a sound script.
Wait, did I?
didn't-
Did I? I'm not sure.
That was I thought you texted Sean like Rachel's banging Trevor.
You sure didn't put my
Yeah,
name
that
in
was one of the things that you said.
Really? I'm pretty sure the first thing that happened was I said that fucking that Rachel kissed Trevor, but
Yeah,
I do
but-
not
but-
doubt the fact that Blake may have exaggerated it later on to piss Sean off.
Well, the thing is, Sean's also going to hear a kiss. He's going to figure something else.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because why would you ever just kiss somebody? I mean, come on, what are we, junior high? Yeah, I can't remember. Did he tell you that he told at least that you two had kissed?
I believe the text said that Rachel had made out with me, I believe.
Yeah.
In heavy air quotes. So yeah, Trevor at that pauses. So you know Rachel, have you ever met Rachel's brother?
Yeah, Blake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Blake wanted to piss Sean off. So he stole his sister's phone and texted Sean that she and I had made out.
Okay. So I want to clarify here, as Blake, I want to clarify that Rachel was asking Blake how to break up with Sean, and then Blake tried to give her advice, and she was like, "But I don't want to do it." And then he was like, "All right, I'll do it then."
No, you just took the phone and did it.
Yeah, I know.
That's how he said I'll do it then, by just doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rachel, some people talk about things, I do them.
Well,
Oh God.
we know Blake's reasoning, but this is Trevor's view on Blake's actions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yup.
So he goes, well, I think it might have worked. And at which point, a baseball whizzes dangerously close to Leland's head.
Perfect.
I look in the direction of where it came, assuming that it was Sean.
Yep. And Sean's sitting there, just like still a pissed off look on his face, and goes, "Hey, you're supposed to be warming me up, Leland." He kind of looks over at you and goes, "The hell are you doing? You're just gonna ruin your arm again? I mean, if you never want to come back, that's fine. I think we're better off without you."
I'm not sure Coach agrees with you.
He just gets kind of quiet. Then he sort of comes up and goes, "I think you're on medical leave. I think Coach lately doesn't seem to kind of like not really be in his own head so much. So why don't you you're going to sit on the sidelines and watch people know what they're doing, just go ahead and do that. Do you have any stress on you right now?
Do I? I have D10 exhausted and D4 insecure.
All right, I'll do D10 exhaustion. He has a D8 anger left over. Oh, well, shit. So he has a 14 with a D6 effect.
Okay. Let's do. So I get to roll his stress, correct?
Yes, remember to add that D8 to his stress.
There. I think I'm going to challenge my popularity value.
Okay.
So add that in, because my popularity right now is I let the team down. Why do people still like me?
Yep. It's funny because I wrote wedges for like these are the values I want to try to challenge. Yours was popularity.
And then Sean, and then I'm going to add Leland as an extra, and distinction is athletic.
Oh my god, Leland isn't even a relationship.
Nope, he is a 2d8.
Yes. So remember, basically, if you have any other D8s, I roll him right afterwards.
Okay.
Or let it be the last 2d8 that are on there. Yeah, remember he gets added. He gets added on top.
Athletic. Because the dice string says pook and not pool. Let's correct that real quick. There we go. So this is challenging popularity, Sean and athletic, and then I'll roll Leland after.
All right, go ahead and grab. Oh, everyone should have 2 plot points. Go ahead and grab 1 more plot point for that D6.
Then I will roll Leland.
All right, so I've got my 14 with a D6 effect.
I have a 15 with a D8.
Well, yeah. What is your response?
I think I'm feeling good enough to start getting back in, and I think Coach can see that too. So,
Okay.
I'm
He's
not
gonna,
just gonna sit on the sideline.
he's going to challenge his relationship with you. As at that point, those are going to appear there. Yep, going to want to buy away that D6. They're able to. Yeah, most he has a sort of an 11. And he just, as he just kind of was, you're fucking it up, man. He's got an 11 with a D10 effect. So where do you want to put that D8 stress on him? He's got angry right now.
Okay. I'm gonna give him some insecure.
Okay. Just shouldn't be here, man. You're fucking last year's news. And then just you're kind of looking around. It looks like a lot of the team just kind of is not backing him up. They might be kind of sick of some of his shit.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel.
Hello.
How do you feel about at your home having a Jesse Spano window?
I don't know what that is.
Did you ever see Saved by the Bell?
No.
Okay. Well, Jessie Spano, who's the one I had a crush on, she was unfortunately in Showgirls. She was the one I had a crush on when I was young, but she had a window that, like, Zach What's-His-Face would just kind of, like, come in and be able to, like, walk in at night.
Oh, there's like a perfectly like a branch on a tree outside is
I
perfectly
think
like.
that was literally it. Like, yeah, he would just
Yeah.
sort of, like, pop in.
Yeah, sure.
There's a knock at your window.
Cool. Yeah, I like go over and
It's about 10 o'clock at night at this point.
okay.
And Garrett is sort of crouched on that part of the roof.
Cool. Her heart stops for like a good 5 minutes. No, she goes over and like opens the window wholly, like because that's what they do in the TV shows, and like
Mhm.
leans out slightly, and it's just like, Garrett, what the fuck? What the fuck?
He just goes, "I'm sorry. I thought you deserved to see me before I came back."
Came back from where? People thought you might be dead.
There's some stuff I had to figure out. I wish I could have said something, but there's a lot of stuff going on and a lot of things I didn't know how to deal with. And there's a place I went and I got a little bit of help.
Have you have you talked to Wyatt at all? Wyatt's gonna free. Oh my god.
I'm sure Wyatt's going to be fine. I mean, I'll see him when we get back to school.
Like takes a moment and then it's just like, so you got some help with whatever was going on? Where did you go?
My parents knew a place down in Arizona. I
So
mean,
they knew?
yeah, I mean, they just knew I needed help, and it wasn't. I mean, we all did little drugs and shit here and there. It wasn't a drug thing. It was just I was messed up in the head and
Right.
I was spun, and I just needed some time to kind of get myself back together.
Right.
And I'm not going to blame you if you hate me for everything I did, but
Like closes her eyes for a moment and then opens them again and just says, I dated Sean when you left. We're not together anymore. It was just a fling.
it kind of takes a moment and just goes, "Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't blame you, Sean."
Listen, yeah, I was desperate, I guess.
Rachel, you got a lot of options. Sean is what you ended up with.
He was the first one who was nice to. Okay,
If this was my fault, I'm so sorry.
I've had this
Like,
conversation with so many people.
I I'm just wanting to let you know I'm sorry, and I mean, I know we probably can't pick things up to where we were before, but
So you're really okay now?
feel better.
Right. I'm gonna need a day. I thought you I don't know, I thought you were halfway through Mexico now or something.
Yeah, he just kind of nods. He's like, "Yeah, I know."
Yeah. It's nice to know you're okay though.
He just kind of nods and goes, "Yeah." Beyond Sean, are you doing good?
Yeah. I mean, everything's going well. Got a recital coming up and nothing's changed really.
Kind of nods
Am
and he
I
goes,
am I dreaming? Seriously? You're here?
smiles. He goes, "I'm gonna be coming back to school on Monday.
Monday.
It's
Okay,
Thursday right now. Um,
right.
so it'll be but I'll be back.
Are you with your you? Well, you must be back. You're back home, right? With your parents.
Yeah, I'm back home.
Yeah.
My number still works if you want to get a hold of me.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
All right. He kind of turns slowly and starts to head off of the roof.
Cool. Yeah. She like just hangs there, just like watching for a while, just like in a apparent state of awe. And then uh when they go, like she closes the window again and just like immediately just like grabs her phone and just starts texting. Text time. It's Garrett, right? It's Garrett.
Yep.
Okay.
No, now he's Gary.
Oh yeah, were we going to go talk to everyone with Freddy in the park about how Blake had
Yeah, about how Freddy knows about everything.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah.
remembering things by looking at the text channel?
Yeah, we do a couple things to get everybody a couple things to get some stuff set up, and then we'll get you all together. Just because she's been a little bit busy.
Yeah, we were all like, we need to talk. She's like, can't, busy, sorry.
And earlier that day, go with Blake and Sky. You were actually out of school on a good chunk of Friday for a chess tournament.
Yes, I remember. I did not win, I seem to recall.
Oh.
Did I?
Or is this a new chess tournament than the one that happened?
Did it happen
You
last
got
time?
second in the last tournament, I think.
Yeah, I think so. And this is something I want to pop out of character here for a second. I think one of the things you were wanting to do is kind of explore a little bit how the whispers from the thing were making you different.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh wait, that's Trevor's character, right?
That's Trevor's character.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is Blake. That's right. Because yeah, Sky knows you in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, yeah, actually, it won't be with Sky. It'll be that sort of evening with Blake. Sorry, with the wrong notes. Because yeah, you and Sky still have the chess match thing. I necessarily want to leave that there. So Blake, when you get home that evening, um, Coach is actually walking out of your door.
Oh, out of the front door of the Harding house.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I'd look at him. I like stop in the path up to the house.
He just kind of goes, "Hey, how
Hey.
how you doing? I mean, I know things the other night didn't go the way anybody hoped."
Yeah, definitely not. How are you doing? What are you doing here?
Oh, I just stopped by talk with your parents a bit.
Oh, about what?
Just they just had a few questions about stuff with the chess. I mean, they're you kind of takes a moment, thinks over, and goes, they're not bad people.
Bad people. Hmm.
They're not bad
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, I guess you could say something like that.
So looks, he's like, my parents passed a while back. mean, I just recently got myself
Okay.
back, and it makes me grateful that I had the relationship with him I did.
Yeah. Adds up.
And he just kind of sits there for a moment and goes, well,
Yeah, I think Blake gives him a look saying, "Do you have a point?"
yeah. And then he just kind of goes, okay, well, I'll see him.
Yeah. Yeah. Have a good night. Yeah. I think Blake, as usual, does not enter through the front door, but goes around the house to climb up the trellis.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of have the trellis, and you're in your room probably for a couple minutes. When there's a knock at the door.
Okay. Um. Yeah. I will walk slowly over to the front, over to the door, like it's a like I'm about to be robbed.
Yeah, you open it up, and your father is sort of, when someone is very making a great effort to look relaxed and like leaning against something in a way that is trying to be like, hey, everything's fine and cool, and this is natural, but it does not at all communicate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. He's like, hey, how did how'd your chess tournament go the other day?
Uh. I didn't win it.
Oh, that sucks. Are you I mean, that gonna get him next time, or is this someone?
Hopefully, you know.
Oh, he's kind of nods a bit. And there's like a movement of shadow, and you can kind of see that your mom is on the stairs, but not in a position where it can be seen. But you can see her shadow from the lights from downstairs. Yeah, I just thought I find out how how you've been doing. I mean, you brought home some trophies and stuff before. I just thought I'd check on that.
Really, that's weird.
Kind of sighs because I mean, I just thought I want to know how you're doing.
Yeah.
And to remember,
Yeah.
are you the one that told your parents, or was that Blake?
Am I the one that told my parents what?
Did your parents know about the Persona stuff, or was that Blake's parents?
That's Wyatt's.
Or Wyatt's? Okay. I was wrong on that. Yeah, he just goes, I mean, I just, you and Rachel seem to have been kind of getting along better recently, and that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
They just sort of like kind of sighs for a moment, and just like, well, I just, I mean, if you need anything, we're here.
Blake looks hard at them and then says, "Really though? Are you?"
He just kind of blinks a bit. He goes, yeah, I mean, we've not, I mean, I know we haven't been great at that, but we'd like to, make an effort.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Blake gets all teenage and awkward and shuts the door.
Yeah, you shut the door, and it's like about 30 seconds before you hear him walk away. Down a couple steps, then you hear both of their voices just whispering very, like, kind of quietly, a little intensely to each other. And then about a minute after that, the two of them head the rest of the way down the stairs. And Wyatt,
Yes.
how might someone visit you at night?
Oh God. Is it like for sure in person?
Yeah.
Then
Going to your house.
yeah, my bedroom's in the basement, so the doorbell just has to ring or someone has to knock.
Well, if you want, I don't know if you want to play out a little bit of the text messaging you got going back and forth, or let's see what you got, because yeah, he is unaware that you two have told each other, and Garrett's on his way to you.
Oh, cool. Let's see. Oh, yeah. I guess we just get a knock at the door, and I normally Wyatt would ignore it. Maybe like he waits a few beats and no one's doing anything, and so he like notices that the door isn't open. He can hear it from his room. Like sighs, walks upstairs,
Oh, by the way, is this the Persona 5 group chat where everybody's getting it?
and then like I can probably see Garrett through a peephole or something.
Yep.
And Garrett's seen me. So at this point, Wyatt has to open the door.
All right. So Garrett.
Oh, you're totally breaking up.
Oh, sorry, I'm refilling a drink.
Oh, okay, we can wait.
Yeah, because I've got wireless headphones so I can hear you. Just
Gotcha.
fine. Yeah. So Garrett kind of comes. Oh, by the way, was this the Persona 5 text chat where everybody got this, or was this just between you two?
It was the group chat.
Okay. And this will probably happen shortly after your parents go downstairs.
Uh-huh.
As far as Blake goes, but yeah, it's you just kind of look. He's like, "Hey, I wanted to let you know I'm back."
I think Wyatt clenches their fist, unclenches their fist, and just like looks at Garrett.
That kind of drops. He goes, "Yeah, I don't blame you if you're pissed."
You wouldn't even tell me that you were alive.
I had a lot going. I had a lot to figure out, and my parents knew a place I could go just to kind of get my head right. I mean, this summer, a lot happened. I mean, not just, with us, but a lot happened.
You disappeared because you needed therapy?
No, this is some stuff that's been building up for a long time. And, like, it wasn't because of you or us, and I'm fine with that. This is other stuff.
I think Wyatt can't help. Like, Wyatt knows that he should be on guard, but I think he can't help but look just, like, really wounded.
He just kind of, like, drops his eyes a bit. He goes, I mean, you deserved better than that, but I was selfish, and I was confused. I mean, I knew I was hurting Rachel, and I was hurting you, and other people that knew me, but I had to just...
Out of character question.
Yep.
The radius for pulling people in would not get anyone else if I were to try to enter his hedge, right?
Correct.
Shit.
Bad move.
I think Wyatt shoves one of his hands in his pockets and has the ribbon in that hand and says, "Don't get me wrong, I'm glad you're alive. I just and then I think like Wyatt just tears up and shuts the door.
You just hear through the door. You're like, I'm not understanding if you're mad. I just, I want to see. You don't want to. I know it can't be like it used to be, but I'd like to try.
Give me some time.
Okay.
I'm glad you're okay."
Yes. I'm sorry. And then you hear him walk away.
Yep, and then Wyatt just has an emotional breakdown and right outside the front door. End of scene.
Okay. Yeah. Is there anything else y'all say to each other on the group chat? Well, that's right. That was Friday the 21st, so you'll have the weekend.
Yeah.
At least before school.
Okay.
You know, trust him. He stopped by here. Hey, you get your fucking. It's the same shit Rachel did. I can't keep doing this. Keep doing what? Talking to him.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Yeah, Maureen wrote to it. Yeah, if we get his own self to free him, we need to know what drove him away. And I talked to him before. Got no clue. Yeah, one of these things to do this is
Mm-hmm.
someone who doesn't already have them, because I think you got like don't uh don't we already have Wyatt and Rachel have them like in the D10 or D12?
I have a D12 with him.
And Rachel, what was yours?
Mine is. It's 1d6.
Oh, just 1d6.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're like, yeah, we're gonna. So basically, what's gonna happen is I do someone who didn't. You'll need to raise your someone will need to raise their relationship with him at least by 2 dice. That'll be the mechanical step, but along the line is finding out what was. I mean, you're looking for what was the thing that actually drove him away from. Uh, basically what was the crack that the Fae were able to use to get into him and create a fetch?
So Blake doesn't have a wait. Does Blake have a relationship with him at all? Let me just look at
You
that.
said like you knew him like really young, right?
Yeah. I know I knew him when I was like really young. Yeah, no, I don't have a current relationship with him, but we hung out when we were very young children, and I guess we have stopped. We've just not hung out since then.
Yep.
Yeah, just a kid you had in like primary school or elementary school, I guess you'd say. Yeah. So maybe I might be someone who his parents might recognize, and yeah, but not someone who's close to him like you are. I don't know.
Yeah. Hmm.
It also smelled like nice, like cologne or something. You never wore cologne before.
It was well presented.
Damn those Fae!
Did he mention Arizona with me? I'm trying to remember.
I did not mention Arizona to you.
Okay.
Did we even say anything about his parents before we?
Oh my
went?
god, Trevor fucking shrugging emoji. Emoji.
Like, were we like, yo, when Garrett disappeared, did we ask the
I
parents?
don't want to hear about his fucking smell, Rachel.
Like,
If I remember correctly, his parents didn't know where he was.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Did
So
we speak
either
to
they're
them in
lying or
real?
they're also fairies.
Well, like,
Did we-
it
Did we
makes
speak
sense.
to them?
Go ahead.
Did we speak to them in the real world?
Yes.
And they
Yes.
said they didn't know where he was.
This probably wasn't as a group because this was like when Garrett left. Like, it makes sense that the best friend and girlfriend would have been like, "Hey, where the fuck is?"
And they said he's missing. Is that what they said?
Yeah, like I think that's what I've been operating under. Is like
Okay.
his
Is there a
parents
call? Is there a
don't
call?
know.
They told
Then
you
can
he was,
can
they
one?
told you that he was gone, but they knew he was okay. If I remember.
Oh,
Well, I think that was what they told you right before he came back.
Dylan, what
No,
were you saying?
before that, it would have been that he was missing.
I was just gonna say, if you want to correct me on any of this, then I'm gonna assume this is what Blake thinks. That Blake currently thinks that his parents knew where he was, or at least knew something about where he was.
Yeah, so like recently they said like they'd heard from him that he's safe, but before like this week or whatever, they said they didn't know where he was.
Could one of you text that? So
Oh,
yeah, because Blake is suggesting going to talk to his parents.
One of us put needles to him, and one of us put needles to his parents. Huh, text them that.
yeah, Christ.
Well, I was saying texting that to parents said they didn't know where he was until recently.
Yeah. Oh, if I'm being honest, this is what happens.
Oh, just a second.
Oh my god!
Alexa's response. Yeah, I don't know how.
Jesus
I don't know how
Christ.
good Blake is about texting people for other people.
Let me get some water. Leland, so behind on the goss.
Leland's sweet. He means well. He just, doesn't understand a lot. God, way too soon. Rachel is typing. Oh, that's sick. Vivi.
I love the insinuation that Rachel is still typing.
I feel like at this point, it's gone away and then come back and then gone away like
Yeah,
6
absolutely.
It needs to just be like a K. It's one of those like you type it, you erase it, you retype it, you erase it,
Yeah.
you retype it, you go. I'm on a search to see if there is a Discord, some sort of a Discord Persona 5 messaging.
I don't think you can change like the skin, right?
What the
Between
fuck is
dark,
what the fuck is
between
this?
dark and light scenes.
Yo, Reddit. I just made Reddit. Someone says I made a Persona 5 IM like app to interact with Discord.
Cool.
Oh,
What the fuck?
Blake starts hearing Rachel's violin playing.
Wait, this works. Oh, it went. Oh, it went against Discord's terms of service and no longer continue the project in good faith.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, that sucks so much. Oh, wait a minute.
damn.
Remember that Persona 5 IM app? It now supports MMS. I don't know about this. Oh, that's a Google Store thing. Ah. I still know how they haven't licensed that. That is still the coolest goddamn.
Yeah, that would have been real cool.
So I texted Freddie.
Yeah, Freddie will text back. Yeah, she's not going to say. Well, no, you said like we need to talk.
calling us goons.
The gooch. Yeah, I have a friend who's going to want to show up to this.
Too bad.
Wait, there's a festival?
If you look at the calendar,
Where's the
Oh
calendar?
my god.
Oh yeah, the calendar. Yeah, interclass festival, games, competitions, etc. Student council led on Saturday. Homecoming dance is the next Friday or
Christ.
next
oh god,
Saturday.
homecoming's happening very quickly.
Where's calendar?
Oh,
In the Google Drive.
Oh,
we are in September. Actually, you know what I'm going to do to help with that? I'm going to take August and I'm going to throw that all the way to the end.
Get out of here, August. No one
So
likes
what day is it?
It is that Friday night in September. It's the 21st, Friday the 21st.
21st night, September.
Oh wait, Dennis. What's the song September? Is it 21st?
Do you remember 21st night, September?
Oh,
So
Do you remember?
interclass festival, games, competitions, etc. Student council lead.
this is the exact shit Garrett would not get it, or sorry, Wyatt would not do.
Sure, you wouldn't be roped in to do the music.
Cool. Only if like they're being blackmailed or something.
oh, we literally are on the 21st day. Yeah. Remember
Like maybe
on
the student council was like,
September.
we know about your unofficial super paranormal investigation club. You need to DJ for at least an hour, or else we're going to shut down your fake club.
Oh, the student council is totally just like, well, there's something if you want. It would be a shame if, like, they didn't have enough popularity to be interesting.
I mean, I don't think they were like they framed it as like a equivalent exchange. Like, oh, we'll keep letting you do your thing. You just have to do this one thing for an hour or two.
Yeah.
Because like, Wyatt is popular. They just hate it.
It doesn't want to be.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess I have to. I'm guessing I have to DJ like like an hour or two.
I assume there's nothing that I was made to do.
Chess club, maybe.
Yeah,
I
but what do you do at a school festival for chess
Is it
club?
Oh,
Yeah,
you
but
say if you beat someone on the chess team at chess, then you win a prize.
Oh, maybe do that super quick, the bullet chess we looked at.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Or you could do chess boxing, but with like those, those gloves with like the 4-inch padding that make
I
like
don't
the,
think I don't think the school would even let us get away with that.
Hey, and some of those it can be so. But I don't even. Some of those are so padded you're not going to hurt anybody.
fancy school.
Yeah, I think chess. Please let's have chess boxing.
I have never heard of chess boxing.
You ever heard of chess boxing?
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Okay,
Oh,
first of all,
you
chess
have rounds
boxing.
of playing chess, and then you have rounds of boxing. That's how it
Yes.
works.
World Chess Boxing Championships. 1 out of 2.
It was the if I'm recalling correctly, it was the Wu-Tang Clan that made it popular in America.
Oh my
Because-
god, the competitors fight in alternating rounds of chess and boxing?
Yeah.
Oh
so
my
you
god.
box for a bit, and then you play chess.
This feels no. This feels
and if
this feels like it did not come from our dimension. This feels like a comedy bit.
It happens. I've seen it happen.
Like, I love it. Please do not misunderstand. I'm in awe.
It would be hilarious. Like I said, I don't know if have you ever boxed with those like boxing gloves that are gigantically thick that nobody gets hurt, but they're just for like fun boxing around.
This is like
They'd use like fake Hulk hands.
I didn't think like vague homoeroticism in sports could ever get bigger, but here it is.
No, wait, what's the sport where there's a Wu-Tang Clan, The Mystery of Chess Boxing official video. What is the sport where they're trying to reach down each other's pants?
The gay chicken? Like
No, it's Turkish oil wrestling.
So gay chicken, but just codified.
Yeah, so Turkish oil wrestling. One thing they have to do is literally reach down like each other's back of their pants for something. Like this.
Anyway, so yeah, chess boxing.
Okay.
Is it chess boxing, or is it like bullet chess, or is it like
Chess boxing seems like it'd be hilarious.
If the school would allow it, then sure. Sure, Blake could do it.
It'll be like in Glee when they let them do Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Blake will bring a knife to a boxing fight?
The thing is, because chess boxing, you can win in either competition. I've seen a 5'6" skinny guy go up against a much bigger gentleman, and because he could win through the chess game, and so just had to sort of last the rounds in boxing, and then win at the chess.
Incredible.
You know what's hilarious is for chess boxing you can either choose to a strategy is I just need to be good enough at chess to not lose and then beat the shit out of my opponent.
Yeah, or the other way around.
Yeah.
This is astounding.
I have to wonder, do they have to actually
We can't hear you.
Do they have to make a move in a certain period of time? Because chess the moves can take for fucking ever in chess at the highest levels.
Yeah. There is timing.
Yeah. Oh shit.
And it's I'm not sure what the exact timing is. Oh, I see. Oh, so they play fairly fast chess. It's 9 minutes they have for the game.
Oh, okay.
Oh, or is it a round? Oh, yeah, 3 rounds of yeah. Oh, 6 rounds, 9 minutes each. So that's that's a normal league chess match kind of length. That usually those are 35 minutes.
I'm assuming that there's a certain amount of moves you have to make in that time. Otherwise, you could just be like, I don't know what to make. I'm gonna take 4 minutes.
You just run out the clock, and you'd run out of time because your opponent would if you ever get to if you run out of time, then you're fucked. You lose basically.
Okay.
Like you have a bank of time to spend.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
and
makes
if you
sense.
run out, you lose.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
With no increment to make all their moves, it's blitz chess. Okay.
Yeah. But in in the World Championships, you're right. They take for fucking ever making their moves, and that's why most high-level chess games end in draws.
One of the when I directed the musical chess, I discovered this. One of the hobbies of almost everybody who was top level chess player is fixing chess.
Yeah.
Chess is fundamentally fucked because at the
the
highest levels you're gonna tie.
So do we want to just go next day?
Yeah. So it's a role playing. Was it a role?
Yeah, role playing. Yeah, but the chess boxing we'll be able to use because it'll be awesome.
No, everyone has to do Turkish oil wrestling. Let's go.
I don't think the school will allow that.
Yeah, no, not at all.
God, does it open on Wyatt despairingly DJing? Just hey, the playlist is good. Wyatt's doing a decent job.
But most of you probably haven't even heard of this music.
I think Wyatt's hesitant. Like, here's the problem: Wyatt doesn't know what people like in music because Wyatt knows what they like in music and has studied that sort of music, but no idea what the fuck like. What do people like dancing to? I like dancing to like weird ambient noises or something.
And because it's a television show, we have to put on things that we can actually license.
Yeah, so I think it's like a lot of stuff you'd hear at a bowling alley. So it's like some Britney Spears hits. Yeah, just like a lot of like 90s, early aughts alternative rock hits.
Oh god, you're just like so soulless.
So like fucking what's it called? This song's like "Don't waste your time on me." Yeah, like that's playing. As the
Blink 182 or like
yeah, Blink 182. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's a song that we open on, and why it's just like his face is obscured by the laptop. And that's the festival opening.
Okay.
What is that? So are you meeting Freddy at the festival or?
In the morning, what does everyone say to me? But text back because I've mentioned this.
Oh, probably. So this is in the morning. I didn't even respond that night.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to decide how comical to be with this. Lean in, right? With that exact timing too, within the span of less than a minute.
Let me see what you wrote. We're back making a playlist. Okay, done. I had a friend who literally burnt a CD back when you were burning CDs for a trip we were taking to a movie theater. Like we had to wait around for 20 minutes for a 15-minute drive.
Oh my god.
Where's our schedules? Is that in character relationship or?
Schedules are on the character relationship map. It is the second tab on that one.
We could probably toss all this into one sheet.
The problem is then we would have a shit ton of
tabs.
Because we would, might be able to put that stuff at the beginning of the calendar.
Yeah.
So yeah, let me try to put that at the very beginning. So yeah, by moving August all the way down, let me go ahead and take this. Will also we have the character keeper, which really only I'm using now, because it's useful for some of that. So let me go ahead and do this back in.
Yeah, they can just copy them over to a different document without even needing to like do stuff.
Yeah, relationship map and
copy to existing spreadsheet. Yeah.
The classes. I'll also put the classes there. Oh, there probably is I highlighted it. And,
oh, okay. Yeah. Either or
works.
All right. Can I assume that I get Freddy to agree to meet at the festival?
Yeah. If you either there or before, depending which one you want.
Looking at the character keeper, I realized I had a entire extra distinction that wasn't on my character sheet. And
Oh my
is
God.
there one I missed?
persistent.
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and put that in. Oh, I also put a thing. If you challenge any of your stuff, I think I went through. I don't think I maybe didn't do it for everybody, or for all of the things. But I went through and found a way where we can kind of put you actually have the die rating listed on the sheet. I've not actually gone through and put the stuff here yet. We may go through that, or I'll show you another point how to do it. But so far, I think we're good.
All right. We good to roll?
Yep, I think so. All right, so we got here. You want Freddie to meet you? Yeah, where do you want Freddie to meet you at before the festival?
Oh, we're meeting
We're meeting
during?
during the festival.
Okay.
I have decided that Blake gets off whatever they're doing at 2, then they're gonna go have lunch with Freddy, and they've just said to the others, go to the place with all the food kiosks, and you'll find us there. Yeah, so like 2 p.m.
Sounds good.
Okay, so you have lunch with Freddie.
Yep, and I've told everyone else and obviously I've let Freddie know that these people want to speak to her. And yeah, I've let them know that we will be there.
All right. Yeah, they're a little bit nervous. I was wondering when I can't remember. Is Freddie they them?
She her.
Oh, she her. Okay. Yeah, Freddie's a little bit nervous, but it's one thing that you mention it, but then for everyone else to sort of know. She goes, so am I supposed to tell them that, like, I mean, what? I know you're all superpowered now?
Yeah, we'll assume that we've like met up and are waiting for the others.
Well, that's what she asked you. She goes, am I supposed to tell them? I know you. I mean, you're not going to go to my head, are you?
No, don't worry about that. You just, I guess, answer their questions as truthfully as you'd like. You know.
You've only got the powers when you're inside.
Yeah. There's no need for me to like coach you on this or anything.
Just I mean, it'll be fine.
You can say whatever you want.
It was your idea to tell me.
Yeah, it was my idea to tell you. And I'll be here in case they get on your case.
Okay. How does everyone approach? You come separately? Do you come together? Are you terrifying?
probably separate.
Is a ghostly mess.
I've got some what's a good school snack food at a school festival?
Nachos. The nachos being in the shitty plastic tin.
Oh God.
Cheese and the little dippy thing.
I don't know why, but my brain went to pancakes.
Why did your brain go to pancakes?
Pancake nachos. Wyatt's got some pancake nachos.
With syrup or salsa?
And a Mountain Dew Code Red.
Oh God.
And looks like shit. And just comes up, sits down at the table where we are or whatever, nods at Blake, and just looks at Freddy while eating these pancake nachos.
And Freddy kind of just like coughs for a moment and just sort of like looks over at Blake, and then
Is everyone else here yet, by the way?
I think you're the first person.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, I think Blake is probably eating lunch as well. And looks at you and nods.
Yep.
Smiles.
I do not. I nod back, but I don't smile back.
Okay.
he just goes, "So, what's your thing?"
Give me like 1 minute. They made me skip lunch to DJ.
Okay. Yeah, Blake, yours was a knife, right? Was that you or Trevor?
Blake has the knife.
Trevor has a lighter, I think.
Yep. I have a knife.
I don't
There's
remember
a lighter. I don't know what
Rachel.
Rachel has.
You've never seen her thing.
Yeah, we haven't. Yeah, I think Wyatt takes a few more bites. I'm like, what thing?
I mean, the thing you used to get inside the knife.
Mm. I like look again at Blake. I'm like, shrug, and then like the ribbon is suddenly in the air and like coiling around her wrist.
He's like, a little bit of a shock when it appears. He just sort of looks at it and goes, "Oh, it's yeah, ribbons are nice."
I sigh, it disappears.
Just kind of like looks to the side and she sort of turns back and goes, "You get a choice on that, or is it like you got to pick the thing?"
Wyatt shrugs. Fuck if I know.
Okay. It's a nice ribbon. You have a nice ribbon.
Okay, I'm just gonna be straight up. I've had like the shittiest 24 hours of my life. So
Okay.
It is at this point that Trevor just casually stroked. Camera slung around his neck.
Yeah, and she's kind of like staring at the table at this point, a little awkwardly.
So he turns around, takes a picture of all of the food carts, and then sits down.
already checked her. She's safe.
Neat.
Yeah, I did the same before I told her anything.
Hi,
It's another slope. Oh, go ahead.
I'm Trevor. I've
Yeah.
heard it. I've seen you.
Yeah,
You.
yeah, I'm Freddy. So, what's your thing?
This. He just has the lighter materialize, looks at it, puts it away.
He goes, "Oh, you smoke?
No.
Go to a lot of concerts?"
I've been to one.
Okay. Because you know, she kind of mimes like holding up the lighter.
Mm.
I think Wyatt turns to look at Trevor and is like,
You kids
Am I-
are full of energy today.
shut the fuck up, Blake. Okay, long story short, Blake told you without permission. I know
Yeah.
it's not your fault. I'm not mad at you.
That's an oversimplification.
Is Rachel popping by?
You probably like see Rachel in the background, like just awkwardly hanging out flyers and stuff. and then like she's getting closer and closer and closer until finally she like slams like the papers down on the table and sits down. She's in this like white shirt that's like covered in tiny little like violins. On the back of the shirt, it just says in all bold, "Ask me about orchestra." She does not look happy to be wearing this shirt.
Trevor takes a picture of her.
She's, as soon as she sees like the phone, she's just like glaring and trying to grab it. Like, no.
Oh no, this is like a full ass camera.
Oh god, yeah, no. She still tries to grab it and be like, no, cover her face.
Well, don't damage it. I am pretty sure. Mr. Lanehart said that he would. I would be paying this off for like years if it broke. So
Yep.
let's.
She just her eye twitches and just being like, and then like she just looks at everyone, just like, so, have we had the conversation yet?
Yeah, I just
In progress.
yeah, she just kind of like goes over to Blake and go, I think Blake's getting yelled at right now.
White nods.
That's like a regular
constant,
thing.
It feels.
Yeah.
So he just told me you all became super. You can like get into people's heads and stuff, and he showed me the knife.
That more or less covers it, yeah.
It's not as fun as it sounds.
And it has to remain. You can't tell a single person. You understand this.
Who's gonna believe me? Like I can
I
tell
told
I can tell that
Freddie-
kid. She points at someone. She points at Maureen. Goes, hey, do you know that they're super? As Maureen's walking up, and she goes, yeah, actually. And she takes a seat.
I think the thing is the people who would believe you are the people we definitely don't want to know that we have things that we can do.
Unless you want to experience total ego death by a supernatural force, you should not tell anyone.
What? Wait, are they like
Oh yeah, no.
they're super?
I will. Yeah, I think Rachel just smiles and says, "Yeah, I'm the supervillain. If you tell anyone, I will scramble
Shut
your
up,
brain."
Rachel.
What?
Why it just looks miserable?
Hey, so how about we do this another day? Because it seems like everyone's a bit out of sorts.
I mean, is there anything else to talk about? Yes, this is real. Don't talk about it.
Wait,
Yeah,
so-
that's basically what I told her anyway.
What's this ego? There are supervillains in the school.
You know, if there's like, no, good isn't the right word. If there's people with things like this, and there's probably other people with things like this who can do bad things with it, or you know, there's some sort of bad thing going on. That's what tends to be the case.
I mean, did you talk to them about going into people's heads and like freeing them from the Fae, or how did
No. I don't think I did.
you,
I think I told her about I can't remember. I think I don't know what I told her.
I remember you specifically mentioned fairies because she was like,
Yeah,
"Fairies?
fairies. Yeah.
What the fuck?"
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, fairy. Yeah. I was like, yeah, fairy shit. It's weird, huh?
So there are like literal fairies walking around, you know, fighting bat squatches. Wait a minute. We live right by. Just because of the mountain and all the weird shit people say they saw there.
Why like gives her a look, and
Looks at
then
Maureen.
I don't know, maybe.
that's
just-
kind of my theory right now. listen, I'm not mad at you. It's just if the wrong person finds out about this, we could die. And we didn't get a say in you knowing this.
I'm gonna take full responsibility for
Again, that's an
doing this.
oversimplification.
But yeah, to be clear, I thought that I had your permission to tell her about it.
You're incomprehensible.
We did. It's just you also mentioned names specifically.
So that's what this is about, Freddy. You know, something that could get us killed.
Okay.
And so I think it's fair we get to know who you are. I'm not saying spill all your dirty laundry. I'm just saying.
I have a 3.8 GPA.
How do we know we can trust you?
Because Freddy is my friend.
You've lied to us. You've gone behind our backs twice now.
I haven't lied to you.
Yeah, that's
Fine, whatever.
anything that no.
God, if Garrett hadn't come the night before, this would have gone so differently. Oh.
Blake's just gone in front of our faces.
Yeah, because I told you immediately after I spoke to Freddy, and
Before you spoke to Freddy.
huh?
We knew you were going to do that. Like
Yeah, and with Rachel, I basically did it right in front of her face.
Mm-hmm.
I think Wyatt turns to Freddy, and instead of just like this miserable anger, there's like some vulnerability and like genuine fear on his face. And he's just like, I just need something to know I can trust you.
She just goes, why would I say something that would hurt my friend? I don't have like a thing I can give you to trust you, because that's not how trust works. That's not how people work. Okay, I didn't ask to know about this, but I was told about it, and now I know, that apparently there's shit going around here at the high school that could maybe kill us, like ego death or whatever the fuck that means. So I don't know what's going on, what you've got me into, but now apparently I know something that I feel like that I know it puts me in more danger than I was before I was told to it. Okay, so that's where I'm at now.
No,
That's my bad.
it'll actually keep you safer. Because turns to the group, we'll tell you what to look out for. This way, you'll at least know what's coming.
Hey, what should I be looking out for?
People going away for a few days, coming back acting like they had some sort of spiritual experience that changed them. Turns to the rest of the group like, please don't make me do all the talking.
Yeah, it turns out they did have some sort of spiritual experience that changed them. Just not one that will be, excited about.
total ego death, and then having some sort of otherworldly being walk around in their body like some sort of meat puppet.
She goes,
Doing some
yes,
sort of various agenda.
you've said total ego death more than once. Like, I'm supposed to know what that means. I don't know what that means.
Basically, imagine that there's a crack in your mind, right? And then a nasty thing crawls inside and makes itself at home. And then it walks around as you for a while, doing stuff and behaving differently. But it's not permanent, because we can go back in the crack and kick them out, and then the person they were before will come back.
Okay, so I just have to watch out for my crack and make sure.
Yeah, you have to watch out for your crack.
Okay.
Just like, yeah, be suspicious of people like hey, there's this cool thing that changed my life. Honestly,
Thing
like,
that everybody's already suspicious about.
I hate to tell you this, we live not that far away from Seattle. It's not hard to find that. But yeah.
for real talk, this actually does make you safer.
Okay.
The guilt is setting in. Wyatt looks miserable, but not angry. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
you didn't deserve that.
Yeah, you didn't. This is basically completely my bad, Freddy. They didn't want me to tell you about them specifically. I just wanted to, not keeping this from you because you're my friend. Yeah, but I misunderstood what they were comfortable with me telling you.
So who else knows?
Do you want to know?
I mean, it makes them safer, right?
Okay.
I don't know if we should.
Did I already
speak on other
see
people's-
you ribbon her? By the way.
Yeah, oh yeah, I did in front of you.
Oh, okay.
Like total lack of trust in you.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't think it's our place to say without their permission. I can ask.
I don't know everyone who knows.
I think I know everyone who knows, unless other people have told other people, not told us that they told other people. That sentence was incomprehensible.
No, I got it. You're good. Here, let me give you my phone number. And like writes down on a piece of paper. No, not gonna have like paper evidence because Wyatt's paranoid. But like gives her their phone number.
Okay, she puts it in her phone.
And he's like, if it gets weird, we'll keep you safe.
Obviously.
Okay.
Is that everything? She looks at everyone.
Yes.
Cool. She like stands up and puts on like the biggest, fakest smile and just says, "Do any of you like music? You should try out for orchestra." And just like throws like a bunch of leaflets at you and walks off.
Trevor takes another picture.
Who?
Oh, she totally flips you off during the picture.
Who? Who'd you say that at?
Oh, just the table, like everyone at the table.
Oh.
All right, are we cool to about 5 minutes for bio break?
Cool.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
5 till 8. Well, for two of us at least.
God, Christ.
But we're only in 3 time zones. It's just 2 people are like what 7 hours.
Oh, that was me just like, goddamn that scene.
Yep.
Uh,
What's that mean to Freddy?
I know. It felt so
Well,
bad.
like-
I don't think Trevor was trying to be mean. Did it come off as mean?
Well, poor
No,
Frank didn't know what's happening.
Trevor wasn't mean. Wyatt was just a prick.
Yeah,
Cause
Wyatt's like depressed, and Rachel turns all of her like negative emotions into just being impulsive and
back.
angry.
Yeah, I'll be back as well.
Okay, I'm back.
Woo.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
I love the fact that you were like, yeah, if I hadn't have just seen Garrett last night, I'd have been much better.
Like, for real.
Like,
Like, it was still going to be a grilling session, but it wasn't going to be like that dysfunctional on Wyatt's part. There would have been an ounce of good faith. Whoops. Being betrayed by your best friend who you're in love with will fuck you up, it turns out.
That doesn't sound true.
half the
I
fun
don't
of
buy
games
it.
like this.
God.
I'm gonna
This fucking gamer goblin I made.
we're sort of re-kickstarting the fantasy tavern one, and it's fun because I've got a few people in there who are used to more D&D style stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you're used to more soap opera style games.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, like, that's their conception of what RPGs are.
Yeah, I mean the thing is the three people who haven't played are all actors, and they're all
Oh,
people. Like two of them are people I've either directed or acted with. Well, I've directed two of them. I've acted with one of them, and another one is one who's acted with other people. Yeah, it'll be it's always kind of fun to break open like, oh, this is what you can do with games.
yeah. Yeah, when I played Follow with some friends, that was like it for them because all they knew of D&D was like the Adventure Zone.
Wait, is Follow the war one?
No, it's like you're going on a quest.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's like
okay, yeah.
Fiasco, but fantasy sort of. Have
Okay.
you played Fiasco?
I can no longer play Fiasco as a role playing game because my improv troupe uses it as our long form.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so for me, Fiasco has turned into a performance game. So we would do sort of a quote unquote short form for the first half hour, and we get number. I'd hand out. There's actually an app for Fiasco where it has like all of the different play sets, including a ton that were made by other people. And I would hand it on my iPad to someone at the start of the show. They would scroll through and find what they liked, and then during the show, we'd have one of our people asking for numbers. We would get those. We'd have four people stand in a square. They would take those numbers. Okay, here's a relationship. We'd have them turn left, so basically like the cube turned to the left. Then it would be the next two people would have, okay, here's a need. They would turn again, like here's an object. It would turn again, or here's a relationship rather. It would turn again, and here's rather it was need relationship object. And then we would use one more set of numbers to get the location, and we would turn that into a 45-minute to an hour long play.
Okay, cool.
And that was so much fun to sit down now and just play Fiasco. Kind of feels like, oh, my high school students did it too, but I had to change what we were doing. I had to like edit what the numbers were because some of that stuff is not okay for high schoolers.
Yeah.
Actually, 1 year for my acting class, because some of my acting classes, I get students who are, quote, and I've been told this multiple times, yeah, there are problems in other people's classes, but we think they'll do well in yours, and it's acting, so they should be good with you. So I get students who don't do things, and this is what they want to do, so we often do a lot of improv. Our final was actually them doing a fiasco. Two different groups. One was the television station, one was the zoo, and both of them ended up setting their places on fire for some reason.
That does not sound surprising.
Yeah.
Yeah. That checks out.
I'm kind of curious about the new version of Fiasco, what that looks like.
Oh, I didn't know there was a new version of Fiasco.
Instead of doing like the list, it turns it up into cards,
Okay.
which, for my purposes, is not as useful. Just because it means you've got all these boxes instead of like one app where they can kind of look through, but probably a lot easier in person.
Oh, I realized I hadn't stretched today, so I was stretching.
Alrighty.
Sorry, I don't know why I shared that.
No, I wasn't complaining about that.
Yeah,
no,
I stretch. I hot mic stretch all the time, so do not worry about that.
Okay, yeah, no, I try
And
and
I
stretch.
make loud stretching noises.
Yeah, like I'm lucky enough to be able to work from home, and so I try to like every hour stretch my legs a little bit at least. Otherwise, I'm literally just in the same position all day long. And that's bad for you.
Yep.
So,
Did I tell you how I managed to get a Wii or a Ring Fit adventure?
oh, yo,
I had to be on a website that would tell me when something was available, and I happened to have it open and be at my computer when the little one.
how
popped up.
much? How much?
No, I got it for the $80 like MSRP
Oh shit!
because there was a website I went onto that basically kept track of when it showed up on Amazon and several other places, and would
Oh
send
my
me an
God.
email. But before I got the email, I happened to be up there. I looked up, and there was a little one in the tab because I had it open, and so
Yeah.
I went on. It was on there, and I caught it within the first minute. I ordered it, and then for shits and giggles, I checked back 5 minutes after 5 minutes after the alert had been sent. There was no more stock left.
Jesus. Wow.
You do a lot of squats in that, particularly on quiet mode, because instead of
Yeah.
like lifting up your feet to do it, you kind of do these like little mini squats. There are muscles in my legs that like were
Oh, there's a
upset.
quiet mode.
Yeah, quiet mode. So like normally, so like when you're running down the path, instead of like running in place, what you do are like you do kind of quick squats, like not all the way down, but you're like dipping your knees.
Oh, is that for like so like you're not stomping around as much?
Yeah, so because
Shit.
otherwise, when you're running, you're supposed to like be running in place.
If I had known this was a thing, I would have bought it when it came out.
Yeah, so like you do that thing, and you're like dip, 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 and you hit stuff, and like then you're squeezing and pulling the thing to like hit stuff, and then you get into the battles. Yeah, quiet mode keeps it so I'm not disturbing my downstairs neighbor.
Yeah, that's literally why I didn't get it. No reviews or whatever I read about it ever mentioned that.
Yeah, that turned out really important because I'm like if I'm having to like run, I'm like I want downstairs neighbors get pissed.
Yeah,
So
like I
there is
actually
a
think
non-run mode.
The what?
There's a non-run mode.
Yeah, so what you do is instead of like actually like lifting up your feet and running in place, you do like you dip your knees and hips down, like it's not like a full squat.
like the Final Fantasy VII squatting mini game.
Yeah, but so it's just a small thing where you just like down a little bit, down, and it'll like you have to go further down on the ones where you're supposed to go through water, because there you're supposed to lift your knees up higher, so there you're supposed to go further and further down.
So,
So
It's cool.
yeah. Oh my god.
all right. Okay, so Yeah. There was something I wanted to talk to Freddy about
Mm-hmm.
once everyone else had fucked off. Or were they finished? Were they not finished talking to Freddy?
It seems like they have all fucked off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to go take pictures of, I don't know, volleyball.
I have to go be sad.
Oh, if you want to take a moment, let me. So there'll be a couple individual scenes here, but let me put something in here. If you want to make it so that your characters are, I already put it in here somewhere. On your character sheet, if you just want to start with like this would be great for your values or relationships. If you click on the star, I'll just make a note here. Click on the star. Click enable formula, and check.
Where am I? On what?
So if you just open up like one of your values, for example,
Okay.
check P1 and P2,
Yep.
and then turn into P1, or I'll put what that should be if you just want to copy it in. One.
Does P3 specifically need to be unchecked?
Shit. You know what? Let me. Fuck. I think I
Here,
put.
You know, what if you?
No, I put it earlier. Let me actually. I'm gonna pin that message.
Cool. I was
Yeah,
gonna say, we can do this between sessions too.
Yeah. So yeah, this one. So if you look up and see, in the pins, if you make them look like that, what it will do. I think it might be unchecked because this should be one that worked. You'll get those little like a 0 and then a something else next to it. So you'll be able to put like if it's like an 8, that means it's a D8. So you change like what it says pool 1D and then parentheses P1. P1 you put die size, and you don't actually write the die size, you just put die size, and then the P2 you put challenge. And it becomes a way that what you can then do, you'll end up with two little things out there. If you put say both of them as the same, like say if it's a D8, you put both of them as 8 and an 8. What you can do is if you lower it, you just change the first one, so it just tells you that it's been challenged. So it's kind of a reminder. This way you can actually quickly look and see, oh, my authority is this because it's automatically in the thing. This may be easier not to worry about since we found another way to do it. But I was looking for what to do with the other group.
Gotcha.
And it seemed like it seems like an easier way to mention to basically put down it's been challenged. So like yeah, I'm looking at Wyatt's right now. With that 8 and the 0, if you change that 0 also to like an 8, it can be a reminder where because that won't affect anything because P2 is not a part of the formula. But what it means is if you drop that down to a 6 because it's been challenged, that's a quick reminder as you look down, oh, that's supposed to be an 8. But because I challenged it, that's gone down, so I need to either rewrite it or do whatever.
Mm.
So that could be a way to do that.
All right.
Oh, I see.
So when I looked at it, I was like, oh, it was easy. It was a very easy way to also change it. Instead of opening it up, doing this stuff, you just click on that very first one, and if you challenge it from an 8, just type a 6 in, and it'll now roll a D6 instead of a D8, and you can go, oh, that should be a D8. I've challenged that one.
All right.
Okay. So, with these ones, why don't? And I'll ask real quick for Trevor. What ways do you see that yourself starting to be affected by the whispers from before?
I think it's affected me most in how I've been dealing with Sean.
Mm-hmm.
In that I've been a lot more confrontational with him.
Okay.
Instead of just trying to ignore him. And I also don't like that I've been more confrontational, but I'm not going to stop it.
Okay. Like, you kind of like it, but you don't want to admit it?
Yes, basically.
All right.
And I feel bad that I like it.
Okay. So let's do these. While something, let me know if you got some specific things that you sort of want to happen. Let's start with, how about Rachel?
Cool.
Well, you sort of asking people about like orchestra.
Yeah, I'm handing out leaflets and being like, "Hey, have you considered joining the orchestra?"
Actually, you know what? Actually, let me do it. Let's not go with you quite yet.
No worries.
I want to build up the trouble pool before I come to you. Let's. Why don't we go with Blake? We got the easy one here.
Oh, I wanted to have a conversation with
Oh
Freddie.
yes. Okay. So Freddie. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so after everyone leaves, I'm like, so, how you doing?
She goes, dealing. I mean, apparently we've got supervillains or something running through the high school, and y'all are heroes, and I've got to not tell people, but it's better than I know, and yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit messed up. Yeah, I should say, reason why it's better than you know, but shouldn't tell people is because there's like, we don't want, if you want to call it villains and heroes, we don't want the villains to know that we're the heroes, because then they're gonna come in.
Yeah, it's Secret Identity Spider-Man stuff. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get
Yeah.
that. I just now I know that there's stuff out there, so now I have to wonder: do I know the literal boogeyman? Maybe.
Probably not. You only have to worry if someone you know starts disappears and then comes back and is completely different, like they've been replaced by a Martian or some shit.
Okay, I will look for Martians.
Yeah, fortunately, there's still no Martians as far as I know. Yeah. I was wanting your advice on something.
Yeah.
Like on how to ask someone to the prom.
Oh,
Hmm.
who you want to ask?
Rather not say. Yeah, but if you had some, just in general, you know.
She goes, and don't take this the wrong way. If I were you, I wouldn't ask anyone to prom.
Okay.
I would ask them to homecoming, because
Right,
homecoming
yeah,
is
homecoming,
next
yeah.
week. Prom is in
Yeah.
the spring.
Okay, yeah, well, fucking, alright. If you're gonna be like that, Freddy.
She goes, I'm just saying, like, if you ask her to prom, that's asking a lot, or you ask him to prom, whoever to prom, that's getting really out far ahead of your skis.
Yeah.
Let's go with next weekend. Next weekend is a good time to ask someone.
Yeah.
Because you could just be like, hey, next Saturday, no one scooped you up yet. I'd like to scoop you up. And then she does some cheesy finger gun things.
I really, I like pat her on the shoulder and I'm like, I really appreciate your advice, Freddy.
All right, hey, you. And she just finger guns you again. She's like, you go for it.
Will do. Will do. You busy tomorrow?
No, I'm just having a freak out about the nature of reality. That was my plan.
Well, how about I distract you from that? Let's have lunch.
Okay, sounds good.
Cool. All right. Yeah. I'm gonna get out of here.
Okay, I'm gonna sit
And
here and freak out a little bit.
Yeah, Blake gets up. So, what nefariousness did you want to do to Blake now?
Yeah, so as you sort of turn around, there's Sky, and she's got like around her neck, she's got the boxing gloves, and she goes, oh, "I'm gonna enjoy this."
Wait, no, we're not actually doing that, are
Oh,
we?
yes, we are actually doing it. You said you would do it, so we're doing it.
I'm sorry, Sky. Freddy, you won't want to see this.
She goes, "No, She goes, I very much do want to see this."
And yeah, Blake grins as he starts heading off towards wherever it is we can do the chess boxing.
All right, so at one point the chess teacher gets up and is like, all right, everybody, are you ready to chess box? And his voice just kind of like slides into nothingness. Where it's like, and the thing, they see the two of them go on like a boxing ring that's been set up, and the boxing ring itself is like a little overly big. It's a little cartoonish, and there's a chess set like on one side of it. Sky gets in and just goes, all right, I don't think you're ready to take this. You got what I'm going to give you, Blake? Because I'm going to take you down.
I didn't want it to come to this, Guy. But alright then. I pat the gloves together. And I'm like,
All right.
let's do this.
She sits down across the chess table from you, and she just goes, okay. Grabs a, whoops. Right, grabs a couple pieces, sets them aside. God damn it. That went out into the thing instead of onto the. There's a little dice tower that I put up where it'll just automatically roll it there. I should probably do that. She has a 6 with a D10 effect. She kind of, and the moves she makes are fairly basic ones. And she kind of looks up at you and just turns to the crowd and is like, "I'm gonna take him down!"
I like raise a skeptical eyebrow. And yeah, very languidly make my move. Just looking at her and not. Okay.
Oh, did you have any stress, by the way?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she still has a D8 insecure. What's your stress?
D10, D4.
Oh, okay. Actually, I'm gonna roll that other D10. I gotta remember. I wanted to put together a little thing to keep track of everyone's stress. Oh shit! Actually, that will change what she has. To a. I'm sorry. That'll now be a
Oh my god.
16 with a D10 effect.
Okay.
So yeah, actually, it's the ones they're fairly standard, but they look like a trap. The first couple
Okay.
moves that she does.
Hmm.
People kind of gathered around. Most of them are waiting for the boxing part to start.
Yeah, there's probably like one guy in the back who's like, yeah, for the chess part.
Oh,
And
she
everyone
used the
else-
Fibonacci opening!
All right. Okay, so that's a 17 with a D6 effect.
Jesus.
All right, you start playing. Like, describe how you kind of stay sort of neck and neck before you go to the boxing part.
Yeah. I mean, I know that Sky is insulting me by playing this most basic gambit against me, and they've done it so many times before. I know how to beat this opening. So yeah, I avoid the
Yeah. She starts,
trap.
she starts to slow play a little bit, though it's still fairly close. And then the ding, 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 and then people start to kind of cheer as she puts on the gloves and sort of gets ready, starts sort of hopping. And she comes in. We did all of them. One of them seemed to bounce off of the thing. Let's see if those are actually going to show up or not. Oh, okay, they all do. Um, yeah, so she is. Yeah, so as she kind of starts hopping around in the boxing ring, kind of popping in. However, she does not beat you. So, are you putting that D6 on injured or afraid, or where are you putting that on her?
Let's put it on. Yeah, injured. I think Blake isn't like experienced with boxing. They are very much. He's very much a chess player, but yeah.
Okay.
He hits a bit harder than
Yeah,
he should.
she's also not much of a boxer, so you basically just gonna pop her. Ow! And like people start to laugh as you sort of sit down again. Do you want to make the roll for your what kind of moves do you make now when you're doing the chess game?
Well, I'm a bit out of breath
Mm-hmm.
after the thing, so I just um uh I just follow the same line, trying to push her into a corner
All right.
and make a hard choice.
Go ahead and
Um,
make your roll, and with her, I'm gonna go ahead and get her stuff. She's turned a lot colder. Instead of trying to like manipulate you, she's kind of turned a lot colder, which is unfortunately when she does a little bit of better work. And
do I still get the D8?
yeah, you still do it, and you have a D10 for your highest stress.
Yeah.
Okay. Oops. Yes.
That is some shit.
Oof. I'll take a plot point.
All right.
Yeah, that's not a roll you want to see.
No.
Are you taking a 5 with a D12 effect die?
Yeah.
You can get some
Uh.
experience. It's fine.
Oh
Oh.
my god.
Shit.
God. Shit.
Yeah, she can go 19 D10 effect die. Yeah, and she at this point she's gotten a lot colder, and she's actually playing. Instead of trying to draw you in and be clever, she's trying to keep her emotions sort of in check. As she starts to, as she's playing you, it's keeping you fairly like unable to get the opening you're looking for, and then it goes ding, 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 back to the boxing. You want to make your roll for the boxing? Tell me how do you go into her when the boxing stuff happens? And she just kind of looks at you. And she's like, "I'm going to destroy you. I can feel it."
Okay. I think Blake is feeling a bit like, all right. So I may have just got a bit overconfident with that line that I took, which means all I have to do is see how winded Sky is and exploit it viciously. Um, yeah, Blake's gonna try and win in the boxing.
Okay.
Just flurries of blows,
All right.
midsection.
Make your roll.
Uh, and a D8. Oh, fuck you. It didn't come up.
Oh, that might have been because if it didn't land in the thing. Let me
into the thing is the thing.
let me do a thing. I'm gonna put where's the options? I can put a little a dice tower. I'm gonna turn that on. I'm showing it in the lower right. Can I move that? How do I move the dice tower? Unlock position. Is there a little dice tower right above the dice right now?
Right above the dice. No, it's in the corner by the
Oh,
library.
yeah. You can move it if you want. And if you right click it, hit unlock. I moved it above the dice. I'm gonna put it there so I can hopefully just drop it there because I keep seeming to try to throw it onto the thing and it misses.
So I just drop it onto the dice tower and it'll
Yeah,
work.
I think if you hold off the dice tower and just let go, it should, I think, go right in there.
I saw die physically be rolled, but nothing showed up in chat.
It showed up in chat for me.
But it doesn't come up with the rolls.
I'm
it
seeing
just comes up with the
8-6,
dice.
an 8-6, a 2, and a 4 have showed up in. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Let me check something. I am actually seeing your dice.
Is the
Okay.
dice tower for hidden rolls to the GM?
Oh, let me.
Yeah, it's hidden rolls to the GM, I think.
Yeah, show GM rolls. Yeah, we don't need hidden rolls. Let me check something real quick. Let me get rid of that. Fantasy grounds, dice tower, hidden rolls. Okay, if GM has hide rolls turned on, I don't want hide rolls turned on. Show whisper, show GM rolls should be on. Desktop. Okay, I will double check on that because I do not want that to actually show up. However, I can let you know you have a because I'm showing with you, but I'm also showing a how do I make it so that's not hidden? Drag the results and drop it again on the dice bar. Okay, so if I do this, okay, you basically have an 8, a 6, a 2, and a 4. So you have a 14 highest with a D12 effect die.
Okay.
Let me turn off the dice tower. I'm going to see what I can do about that. Okay, but that is against a 19 with a D10 effect die. She actually has to clock you enough to get you a D12 injured.
Wow. Wait.
Because she had a D10, she had a D10, but she beat you by 5. So that raised it up to a D12.
So that was versus. Okay, I see. I
Shit.
didn't realize I was going up against a 19. All right.
Yep.
Okay. Wow, Blake is fucked up.
She kind of hits and you fall back, and people start to roar with laughter as you hit the ground. And as she sits back down. When it kind of comes back to the chess, and for the what will be the final round, this time as she's playing, she's a little sloppier than she was before because she feels. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't roll the D12 for your. Okay, that actually just replaced one of the D10s because she had one of the D10s, so that'll actually be fairly easy to do. So that is 12. D8 effect. Yeah, because you're injured. She's just down and she kind of looks. She's like barely hanging together, and she starts making her moves. And she's getting a lot more aggressive here, trying to take you out.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna spend a plot point
Okay.
to add another value to the roll. Oh wait. How do you clear the dice pool?
Oh, if you just want to like bring it out and then drop it on the screen itself, but not in the chat box.
Okay. Okay. Ah, didn't come up again. Alright.
Yeah, but it's just dropping it into the chat.
Okay. I will try to do so.
I always just double click on
There
the
we go.
dice.
Oh, that.
Okay. I'm gonna re-roll the. Add a D10 to trouble. You wanted some more trouble, didn't you?
Yep.
Add a D10 to trouble,
Okay.
and
fine.
I'm gonna re-roll that D10.
Oh god.
This is fine.
This is fine. So you're rerolling the D10, which is already a 6?
Yep. So now I have a 12 with a D12 effect.
Cool.
All right. That does not beat her though.
She doesn't beat me either.
No, but hers was the one you're trying to beat.
So you're trying to beat 19.
If you want to spend another plot
I'm
point,
trying to beat 19?
No, you're
No,
trying
you're
to
trying
beat 12.
Oh.
If you want to spend another plot point, you can put another die in the total.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Sure.
you're doing this so Rachel's not not embarrassed.
No. I did popularity, but the D8 is just the D8 whatever the what do you call it? The injury that Sky has or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, Rachel's got nothing to do with this. Why would Rachel be embarrassed?
No, because you actually chose the Rachel die.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the right, there's a thing for the die for. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, so I just thought I thought you may have been going. I don't want to embarrass Rachel. That's what I'm doing for the extra thing.
Okay. All right. Hmm.
Do you have
Can I add an extra?
If you spend an extra plot point, you can add one you did not add to it. Bring it up to like a 15.
Okay. In which case, I'm gonna add Freddy because Freddy's in the audience.
Oh no! At this point, you cannot add an extra. What you can do is you can spend a plot point to add one of the dice you didn't already roll.
So right
Or
now
rather,
you're using
that you did. That
One
you
of the
didn't.
dice I
No.
didn't already roll.
Okay, you can add one of the dice you did not already add to your total.
So you could add that you could add a
Oh, okay, yeah, sure,
Yeah. So
sure.
basically,
So yeah,
yeah, you could bring your total up to
seven, yeah,
a 17.
yeah,
So a
17
17 with a
with
yeah,
a
it was still
D12 effect.
the D12 effect.
What the fuck is going on with Sky's rolls?
Well, part of the D12 here is for because she's got the D10 with popularity because everyone's watching. Her D8 is receiving jealousy of Blake. Her D6 in this case is athletic. She actually has a better one if you use her cold or manipulative in the chest. But the D12 is the injury that she put on him. Um, yeah, she's actually
It
not
was a
gonna.
D12 injury? Oh, okay. I need to change that then.
Yeah, she's actually not going to be able to beat you on that because you can just get up to the same level. Um, so do you put a D12 injury on her?
Break a leg.
I don't.
I mean, she put that on you.
Wait.
She's already got a D6 injured.
Christ.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Yeah, as you hit her, she hits the ground, and like one, two, three, and like she ends up like you end up winning the chess boxing match. So both of you are a little worse for effort at the end of this, as you kind of like picks yourselves up. Um, in the middle of this, yeah, let's actually go to. While this is happening, uh, Rachel, while you're going through the audience, you feel a tap on your shoulder,
Oh great, I look.
and it's Rayna.
Oh, Rayna's the one who's like, Sean's mine, right?
Yeah, Rayna just sort of smiles and goes, "Oh, orchestra chick who lost two boyfriends recently. You fucked up."
I smile slightly and say, so are you and Sean enjoying your time together again?
Yeah, and you know what? I've also been hanging out with Vivi, and Vivi's decided, God, you're just the fucking worst.
So wait, did Rayna just say I talked to Vivi?
And she talked to Vivi, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just any like sarcasm or trying to be catty at this woman just fades. And you
Mm-hmm.
just see fucking daggers in her eyes.
She just started smiling. She goes, "We are going to ruin your reputation because Sean's told me a lot about you and a lot about what you were like." She's trying to put the hurt on you.
Go for it.
$14 with D12 effect. She's like, "We are going to tear your world apart."
Cool. Yeah, there's an expression on Rachel's face, like of her weighing up how much trouble she would get in if she started a boxing match right here.
Well, right now, a lot of people are watching the boxing match happening behind you, so you don't know who's going
Yeah,
to watch you.
I think she smiles and says, well, she doesn't smile. I think she like looks over at the boxing match and then back at Rayna and says, jealous and vindictive is not a good look for you.
All right,
I'm very happy to let everything go. You haven't seen me do anything bad to you yet. Because I could rip Sean out of your life in a heartbeat. Don't do this. Yeah, she's just like almost a very sincere, don't do this. Because she's
Make
just
your
like,
roll.
way too much of my personality and goals are tied up in this. You do not want me to get desperate. Cool, but this is also possibly my best dice. Do I have Rayna? I don't, but I did bring Sean into this, so let's bring Sean into this. Oh. I'm challenging my Sean. Cool.
Take a plot point.
That's a terrible roll.
Oof.
I'm gonna spend a plot point to re-roll.
Okay, maybe don't take a plot point. Yeah, does it just like let you re-roll for?
Yeah, my spend a plot point to re-roll a die, and when
You rolled a d20. That's the wrong one. Wait, is it just one die or just to re-roll the whole thing?
Wait. Oh wait, no, that is a d20, isn't it?
Yeah, usually it's re-roll the whole thing, not just a single die.
It says spend a plot point to re-roll a die.
Oh, a die. Okay, yeah. So if it's re-roll a die.
Sorry, that's a d20. This is a d12. That's better.
Okay.
So that's a 17 with a d12 effect.
Oh, let me put that back. You probably there's a moment where she just sort of looks at you and goes, "Let's see what she rolls first." Oh yeah. Yeah, she just sort of looks. She starts to sort of say something, and if anybody wants, you can spend a plot point to buy off a d6 in the trouble pool.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I will remove that. Yeah, she just sort of like smiles, and then you see like her face sort of just fall. Where here, you put that d12 on her, like insecure, I'm assuming.
Sure. Let's go with that.
Yeah, it's just she just sort of smiles. You see her face sort of fall, and then she just sort of backs up, and she's like, "Just you watch yourself," and then she just sort of like disappears off into the crowd.
She lets out like a long sigh, like, "Oh god, I can't let Vivi hate me." And like she pulls out her phone and she's going to text Trevor.
At which point, Trevor, Vivi's found you.
Oh boy. Love to hear it.
Yeah, Vivi kind of comes up and goes, "So, this thing with you and Rachel, you know that's going to cause you a lot of problems, right?"
Hi, Vivi. How are you?
I'm excellent, Trevor. It's just that, things have been a little problematic at school recently, and this whole thing with you and Rachel and Sean, I mean, it's just making you look kind of petty.
So you know Rachel's brother, Blake, right?
Yeah.
apparently, Blake got pissed off at Sean or something and stole his sister's phone and texted him that we made out. That didn't happen.
He goes, well, in that case, it wouldn't be very hard for you to tell that to the entire school, or maybe text it to me, so I can let other people know. And we can kind of sync this whole thing. There's a 15 with a D8 effect.
Okay. I'm to spend a plot point to add another die to the roll. Then I'm going to spend my last plot point to add another die to my total, so I have an 18 with a D10.
Okay, and her response. Yeah, even if I spend some of those things, I'm not gonna be able to bring you kind of up. Yeah, she get up to a 17 by spending a couple of those. That'll leave her down to more than she can drop down the trouble pool. Yeah, so it's like you're putting a D10 on her.
Yeah. Maybe insecure because she believed something that ended up being not true. I don't know.
Okay. Oh, I forgot to add I keep forgetting about what you already got. She sort of looks and goes, "What was your response again?"
I told her everything. She said something about sending her a message.
Mm-hmm.
So I just pull out my phone, pull up a text message, and type that out and send it to her.
Oh, what she asked you to send?
Yeah.
All right.
Because I didn't, and I am telling the truth.
Okay. Yeah, looks at it and she smiles. There's a moment where her heart kind of skip a beat a little bit, and she just looks and goes, "All right, this will do nicely." As you hit the thing and start to spread it, but at the same point, you see Lexus text to you.
Rachel's.
Rachel's text to you. About the same time, while you're playing, Tommy Young, one of those sort of three psychos that you ended up fighting, Wyatt,
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Oh wait, no, I'm not Wyatt.
comes up to the DJ booth. Hey, I want to hear, and he says he names a lame band.
Play Wonderwall.
Yeah, play Wonderwall. By the way, have you seen The Last of Us 2, where they play Wonderwall on the guitar?
Did they really?
No, it's because you can actually play like whatever you want on the guitar.
Oh, okay.
It's just someone just like
Dogwood.
baby.
Anyway, so I think like Wyatt just like points to a sign that says "Wander request, donate to," like, and it's just like, I don't know, like an animal shelter or a food pantry or something.
Mm-hmm. All right, make a roll. He's being.
I roll to be.
Wait. Do you have any stress?
Yes, I have a D6 insecure.
All right. I don't know if that'll make a difference, but that did not. Nope, it doesn't make a difference.
Okay. Is this just truth? Justice. Yeah, it's justice. I'm being very guarded right now. No one's here to back me up, unfortunately. So I just get a generic D4, right?
Yeah.
Alright, get in there. Yeah. Well, that could have gone better. But not much better. Oh god. What'd you get?
I got a 17 with a D8.
Let me check my skills really quick. Guarded. Let's see. Earn a plot point, earn a plot point. Yeah, nope. Bookworm, you got anything for me? Nope. Sneaky, you got anything for me? Spend a plot point to reroll any die in a sneaky roll. Oh, damn it. Famous? Earn a plot point and give your opposition a d6 when your repetition precedes you. Nope. Yep, guess I die.
Dude, you don't have to you don't have to actually play it, but so yeah, you've got a total of a 7, which he beat by 10. That sounds like a D12 afraid, as he sort of just leans across and goes, "Play fucking Wonderwall."
Wyatt waits for the song to end, and next song's Wonderwall.
He just sort of smiles, walks away, and goes back to the dance.
Yeah. Cool. Great. So they were suspended for a few days, right?
Yep.
And I didn't get. I have them shit talking me recorded, but I don't have like the actual violence itself recorded.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I was gonna like play it on the speakers or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think I like get someone to be like, okay, I've done my time. Like, I'm done DJing, and I think is Coach here?
Yeah, he's one of the chaperones.
Yeah, I think I go up and say, like, one of the assholes that got suspended. Is there really nothing? He's just gonna keep coming to school and fucking with me.
I'll talk with him. What did he do?
I mean, like, it's not a big deal this time. It was more like his attitude, but
Because I can't do a whole lot about his attitude, just his attitude.
Yeah, I know, but like,
Maybe don't really want to know.
yeah, he like made me play that dipshit song without donating, and like, I know that's not a big deal in the grand scheme of whatever, but like, how am I supposed to keep going to school with someone who beat me with a baseball bat in the hallways?
He goes, I mean, it was outside of school grounds. There's not a whole lot we can do about it here. Like, we can keep an eye on him, but I can talk to him, but I'll see what I can do.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Do we want to have people have some tag scenes to get rid of some of your
Yes,
stress?
please.
Yes, that would be.
What strength?
Love to not have details.
Who wants to speak to who? Who wants to have a scene with who?
I don't know. I know I am very, very harmed right now, though.
Let me fix someone up, and then they can add stress onto me.
Wait, was that last session where someone turned a healing scene into an attack on the other person, which was fucking brilliant. Who wants to have their scene?
Who wants fixing up?
I mean, I need some fixing up because I don't think I can hold on to a D12 for too long.
Cool.
You want to turn that into
If I don't know
XP?
who wants to have it with me.
What's it a D12 in?
Huh?
What's it in?
Oh, afraid. Right now,
I
I'm
feel
D12
like
afraid, D6 insecure.
I feel like it would be interesting if Wyatt and Blake
Yes.
had a scene that was somehow healing to both
Yeah.
of them.
Agree 100%.
Hasn't every single attempt at healing each other ended with one of you getting more damage?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
probably.
why it's interesting. I think it's actually been Wyatt every time. Has been hurt. So yes, let's fucking do it.
Of course.
How do we want to frame this?
Good question. I don't know. In what circumstance are we either forced to interact, or which one of us would be inclined to interact with the other one?
I feel like Blake would be more inclined to interact with Wyatt. Like maybe Blake catches me, like as I'm walking out of the festival.
This is possible, yeah.
Like I'm strapping up my roller skates, like staying away from everyone, like a block away.
Yeah, that could make sense.
Okay.
Yeah, I think. Why are you always doing the like tying up your rollerblades when we talk? By the way, it's just weird. That's what I'm saying. That's what
I
I'm
think Wyatt
saying.
just like looks up at you.
Oh no! I wasn't saying that in character.
Oh! What's up with me and roller skates? I don't know.
No, just every single time Blake and you seem to interact. It's,
Okay. Yeah.
you seem
Yeah,
to be
it's like
tying up your
everything.
roller skates or something
Well,
like
I
that.
think it's because you keep catching me like on the way to or from something, and that's how Wyatt likes to like instead of a bike, Wyatt roller skates.
Makes sense.
Yeah, like once it's winter, they won't be able to. So I think they're trying to get it in now before snow. And aesthetically, I did it because it's like cool, like in the Persona thing. I glide around, and here I roller skate. Whoa, I'm shallow. I love aesthetic.
Aesthetic is good.
Aesthetic is so good. Anyway, so good to know that Blake wasn't like trying to call his this thing he always sees me doing as weird. That would have been an awful way to start.
Yeah.
All right, so like you're walking up, Wyatt just looks up and goes back, like doesn't even acknowledge you.
Hey.
Hey,
How you doing?
spoiler alert, not good.
Yeah, but I mean specifically because I know. Yeah, Garrett's back, and I guess we can summarize this. That being an answer, but I don't know.
Garrett's
I'd like
back.
to know.
The one of the people who beat my fucking face with a baseball bat just threatened me. Like, dude, everything
Wait,
sucks.
who?
One of the three assholes who beat the shit out of me and Trevor. Like, their suspension is done. And coach is like, oh, there's nothing we can do because it was on school grounds. Like, oh, cool, you can, like, murk someone off school grounds, but they're not going to do anything about it. So I get to go to school every day with someone who caved... Whatever.
Yeah, Blake seems tense and says, yeah, that's nothing resembling okay.
Listen, I'm sorry for being such an asshole earlier. Like, I'm on edge.
No, it's okay.
But, like, you...
Yeah, I know I fucked up again. I'm good at that.
I just, like, want something to, like, be stable, I guess. Like, I can't feel safe at school. I can't feel safe around my best friend. Like, I just don't feel safe. Like, in the big sense.
I get that.
If I can just last through the weekend, hopefully we can solve one of those problems on Monday.
Yeah, we'll solve it, and might not be the happily ever after any of us are looking for, but maybe it'll be cathartic somehow.
I think like Wyatt gives you a look like, dude, like I love him. And I can't even talk to him. It's not catharsis, it's getting my best friend back.
Blake thinks about explaining what catharsis is
Uh-huh.
in more detail to
Yep.
Wyatt.
Yep.
But then there's like, oh yeah, that's not actually important.
Yeah. Are you like you got injured from that fight, right?
Which fight?
The boxing match.
Oh yeah. Blake. I have already forgotten. Blake lost the boxing match, right?
Yeah. No. Blake
No,
Blake
you
won.
but you
You
got
won,
injured.
but you got rocked.
Oh yeah, I'm a D12 injured so you can probably see that Blake's like nose is broken and there's like
Jesus.
the first signs of swelling of a black eye.
Yeah. I think like Wyatt like notices, unless you were gonna say something.
Yeah, I think before, just as you notice, I say, I do actually wanna help more than I hurt. I'm just bad at it.
Dude, like, okay, rule number 1, if you like want to try to be better, don't fucking pity fish. Like, oh, I'm so bad at being good. Like, just try to be better. 2, what the fuck happened to your nose?
Oh, you didn't see it? Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
like, I saw.
Sky decided, Sky had some sort of disagreement with me. I'm not sure what it was about, yeah.
Squint.
They can throw a punch. Blake is smiling at you.
Did you win?
Yeah, I won. Of course I did. Look at me.
Do you like actually know how to fight? Like, have you gotten in fights?
Let me actually think about that. Has Blake ever gotten into a fight? Probably. Blake has a volatile personality. So Blake says, do I know how to fight? Dunno. Have I gotten into fights? Yes.
Could you like teach me anything? Because like, if those assholes, I don't want to feel so helpless again.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, no worries. Whenever you need.
I'd say now, but your nose is broken.
Nah. Don't worry about it. Let's go.
All right, let's heal each other through practicing self-defense.
Yes.
Go team, that was great. All right, do you want to do me first or you first for healing?
What you just gonna do is, if you just want to both roll the dice you would roll for each other, and then after you've both done that, just go ahead and roll all of your stress.
Okay, so
No,
is this like a normal? If I remember, it's been a while.
Yeah,
Is it like a normal roll?
it's a normal roll, and then after you've rolled that, just go on the lower right. You've got stress and growth pool. Just kind of click in for each one on your stress and growth pool, and then roll those.
Can I
I'm gonna
challenge my
challenge.
relationship with Wyatt?
Yep,
I'm gonna challenge my power.
you can challenge any of those. And do we want to have Trevor and Rachel have a scene together after that?
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay.
Can dice go below a D4?
They cannot go below D4.
All right, so then power. I just have to know I challenged. All right, let's see here. So I get to add 1, 2, 3. Guarded. Blake. Yoink. Ooh, I see that 10.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it looks like you've got a 14.
Yep.
That's Wyatt's roll.
And uh,
And we might be able to start with Trevor and Rachel. You guys, we two are making your rolls. I'll make a note of, and then what you want to do is after both of you have rolled, just each of you roll all of your stress, and I'll let you know if you end up losing. And now just roll all of your stress, and then what about Trevor and Rachel?
Well, I know that I said Trevor works tonight. Rachel, do you also have a shift tonight?
Yeah, I think Rachel forgot, and but then you reminded her.
Hey, do you want to ride to? I have forgotten the name of Slices Loaded.
Life is loaded.
I think Mom put you on tonight.
Yeah. Sure, that's a good idea.
The power of having a car.
So did you get my message? Well, they just sat in the car for like an awkward little silence.
I did get your message.
Cool. Did anything happen with that?
So I may have gotten your message right after Vivi asked me about what the shit that Blake did.
Right.
So I told her the shit that Blake did.
Right. Did Vivi believe that? And at all seem like she was ever going to consider me not a terrible person?
At this, Trevor's just his face sort of contorts a bit. Yes to the first, unsure on the second one.
Right. What is your stress pool, by the way?
I have a D10 exhausted and a D4 insecure. What about you?
Oh,
Jack?
I have a D6 afraid, and that's it.
Okay. Do you want me to try and give you stress somehow?
Maybe. Let me see if I can fix you up first. Yeah. She like rubs her forehead and says, right. Has Sean given you any more shit or anything?
Honestly, kind of the same as it ever was, but
Same as it was.
I have this strange feeling his time at the top is coming to an end.
How do you feel about that?
Good, probably? fucking hate that guy, but
You don't sound too happy about it.
I have never liked the whole popularity drama stuff that
Hmm.
goes on. And I have somehow managed to more or less avoid it. It seems that it's more or less being forced on me now.
I mean, that's kind of the thing. If you kind of seem like you don't care about popularity, it kind of makes you popular. I guess you kind of need other factors.
Shit.
He smiles slightly.
So how did your
Dylan, you got noise coming through.
I've got noise coming through.
Yeah, it was just like fuzzy.
Yeah, a little static.
Let me know if this changes it.
No worries. Yeah, I
Did
can't
that
hear
change
anything.
it?
I couldn't hear anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Can you hear it now?
Yes.
Uh,
I think she like pauses for a few moments and then is just like, I'm gonna need you to like teach me how to be like a well-rounded person.
Trevor just kind of chuckles a bit. Well-rounded.
Well, like you okay, so I had an encounter with Rayna, and Rayna made some threats at me, and before I could even think about it, I already knew that I would very, very, very willingly get back together with Sean if it meant hurting Rayna, which is the most self-sabotaging thing I've ever thought about. Like, you have gone through so much shit. Like, you've gone through an injury, you've gone through fucking Sean and people trying to make your life a misery, and yet you're somehow still like cool. You may be bubbling up on the inside, but at least you don't let that get like affect the rest of your life. That's fucking amazing. Do you realize how much people would kill for that?
Trevor's just quiet for a little bit. I guess it's just none of it ever really seemed important enough. But now it does. But I have enough experience with it not mattering that I can still more or less, I don't know, put that front out.
Hmm. Well, I
Also,
think. Go ahead.
real quick, definitely don't get back with Sean.
Noted. You might. Okay, so if Rayna does try anything, you might have to, lock me up in jail for a while. But yeah, like you seem like someone who is so just like things you consider important can and probably will change, right? You're not going to, but you're not going to stay the same. But also, I think that you're the type of person that, regardless of how you feel about other things, you're going to be able to deal with them. You seem that kind of person. Is it weed? Is that the answer? Do you just get so much weed?
It's not weed. I no. Though pretty sure Wyatt could probably help you with that.
Yeah, maybe if I get stoned like Wyatt, then I won't be such a. I don't think my parents would be happy with that, though.
Yeah, it probably isn't the best way to deal with things, but
Right. Well, okay. So while I figure out how to not entirely destroy my life, at least at the very least, if the walls are crumbling around us, I guess we're friends now. Like she looks like she's actually like considering that for the very first time. And like, yeah. And so yeah, if you're in trouble, as a friend, I can help you. And if I'm in trouble, you can bail me out of jail. She smiles.
I want to say I'd hope it wouldn't go that far, but if it does, yeah, I'll help how I can.
Cool. I will hold you to that 100%. I'm gonna roll some dice here. I don't know.
Love to be like, oh, we're friends now. It's transactional. Like immediately. Immediately.
Well, she doesn't intend to go to jail.
Also, yeah, sorry, I was doing that really hard. Yeah, I can totally spend a pop point to beat your stress.
Yeah, was it the same for Blake? Or did you use the last of your plot points?
I rolled a 15.
I think Blake. I think you tied. So if you have one plot point to spend, you can then.
Oh,
beat
I was the one who just did a thing to.
No, I mean your reroll tied. When I look back, if you have one plot point to spend, you can throw another dice in there and beat his.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Hell yeah.
It tied. Oh, okay.
So it doesn't matter. You just like lose a plot point and then you
Yeah.
win.
Does a
Okay.
9 beat your stress or whatever hell I'm rolling against?
I haven't rolled yet. Let me also roll my things. You.
So it's just
So-
we roll that stress, right?
Yeah.
So what do I remove?
So you'll remove your highest stress.
Okay. It just disappears.
And remember, put it in your growth pool.
Oh, okay.
And anything you've challenged also goes in your growth pool.
Okie dokie.
And so Rachel, you've only got 6 stress. You only got that one d6 of
I
stress.
got a D6, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
Don't worry. Next session, VV will probably just like drop like 2d20s on me or something. It'll be great.
What? A stored up trouble pool?
Well, that like plot point that resets each session.
Oh.
So right now I've only got 2d8s and a d10. Actually, let me see. I can share that with you. So if you want to check the trouble pool,
Oh.
I'll usually have that up.
Yoink.
I'm trying to decide if I want to challenge anything for this roll.
Anything you challenge goes in your growth pool.
Oh yeah, I challenged. Okay.
Oh yeah, I challenged.
Yeah, put those in your growth pool.
And sorry, while they're doing their rolls. Alright, so now we beat each other. So is it my highest stress goes into growth pool?
Yes. Your highest stress goes in the growth pool.
Okay.
Then after that,
and just totally disappears, right?
Yeah, and it disappears. And then after that, well, we'll get that in a second. Is we're waiting on? Is it Trevor to roll?
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay.
rolls. I don't think I'm challenging my Rachel relationship. What value would this be? Probably truth.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe truth, because like you're acknowledging, like, oh, we are actually friends.
I was able to beat your 6.
Okay.
Yay.
Rachel's stress will go. That's the only stress you have, Rachel.
The only stress I have.
That goes away.
Let's see if you can beat my stress. No.
12.
Ah, fuck. Can I do anything to reroll?
Unless you have anything that gives you a reroll, you only have a 9. Is your problem?
Hmm.
You have anything that gives you a reroll?
No.
Do you have anything that will give you add the extra dice to it? Can you spend a plot point to add the extra die?
You have to do that before you roll.
Yeah. Also, that extra die is a 1, so.
Oh. Okay, so it turns out Rachel didn't seem to be very helpful.
Yeah, so you weren't able to do that. So now what'll happen is, so everyone now takes your highest remaining growth. So everyone, if you lost a stress die, that goes in your growth pool. Anything you have challenged goes in your growth pool. And now your highest remaining stress die goes in your growth pool, and then reduce all of your stress dies by 1 step.
The one that
Okay,
goes
if they're
into our...
D4, they disappear.
So the one that if you had yours healed, that goes in your growth pool and disappears entirely.
Yep.
And then your remaining highest stress die goes into your stress pool, and then all of your stress gets stepped down by 1 level.
The one that goes the remaining stress after healing, the highest one that goes into the growth pool, is that also totally cleared or no?
No, it's not cleared.
Okay.
Yeah,
So my
if you got a D10, that D10 goes in your growth pool, and then that goes to a
steps down to a
D8,
D8.
and then everything else you have also
Just
gets
also
dropped down
stays
by
down.
1 level.
Gotcha.
At the D4, does it go away?
Yep, D4s then disappear.
Cool.
I'm never going to lose Insecure.
That's just checks out for Wyatt.
Oh, entirely.
And does anybody want to raise up any of their stats? Your growth pool. You can either save your growth pool or you can spend it now. You can just spend a dice to gain a D6 relationship if you want, and then you can raise up something or you can decide you want to raise something that you've got.
I want to raise my Blake relationship.
What's your current Blake relationship?
D4.
So you want to raise it to a D6, and that's a relationship, so it's only a D6. Relationships are the easiest thing to raise. So I rolled a 7. So what you do is you roll your entire growth pool.
Yeah, I think I'll be okay. I don't want to jinx myself. But I've got a lot of dice here. Yeah. I did it.
All right, go ahead and raise that up, and then go ahead and erase your growth pool.
All right. I'm gonna be totally useless when trying to help you now, Blake.
Anybody else want to raise anything up? So relationships are the easiest thing to raise. Distinctions are D8s. Yeah, basically looking at relationships, distinction. values cannot go up. Well, values cannot be brought up by a growth pool, but you can change them by letting one of them reduce by not rewriting them, and letting another one be raised up because it remains down.
I'm gonna try and raise a distinction.
Okay.
Try and raise Zen from D6 to D8.
All right. So I will roll. I have a total of a 9.
Damn.
In this case, you kind of set the thing on there. It didn't beat you, so you go ahead and raise it.
Oh, cool. I still don't have like D4, D8, D12s for that.
For what?
The Zen distinction. I think you were gonna write some stuff for it.
Oh, yeah. Remind me, and we'll figure it out. Or maybe the beginning of next thing. That's also in the thing. You can find a list of stuff with distinctions. Yeah. Right now, I am. Yeah. Like I said, remind me this week, and I'll take a look at it.
Sounds good.
Anybody else want to raise something?
Yeah. I think I'll just try to raise my relationship with Freddy.
What is it right now?
Well, okay. So currently, I have an other character open,
Uh-huh.
and I have Freddy as a 2d8 extra.
Oh, you want to change your relationship?
Yeah.
Okay, we can go ahead and just change your relationship. It's a D8. Do you want to try to raise it to a D10?
Is it?
I'd be rolling a
it'll be
D10.
D8.
I'd be rolling a D10 plus a D6.
Yeah, sure.
11. Yeah, so just go ahead and remove her from it being an extra to a relationship.
Yep. Yeah, and then I roll.
All right, you got an 11, so you match it on that one. You set the level. So yeah, that go ahead and you can go ahead and raise that to a D10.
Okie dokie.
Anybody else? And then go ahead and erase your growth pool. Anybody else?
No, I'm good.
All right, you're saving yours up. Sweet.
We did it.
Cool.
We did it.
I'm not going to talk for another 24 hours now. So.
Got you some drama going, and we'll see when Garrett returns to school on Monday next week. We'll see what happens there.
Yeah. Thanks for coming, everyone.
Yeah, also set out some stuff if you decide to go into Garrett's. Well, the thing is, I'll say at this point, someone has to raise him up by 2, and then you can go into and actually free him.
So
it
we
makes sense.
can't do it next session.
Yeah, it'll be.
Yeah, so it'll be a couple sessions. It'll also mean we get to explore some of these relationships and stuff that are going on.
Mm.
We're going to throw Garrett in. Otherwise, what happens is we just have another bit of you going into Garrett that is essentially kind of like what happened last time, except without the person defending him. So
Yeah.
we can just get into his inner sanctum essentially by having someone raise their Garrett up by 2, and then you'll also be able to find out what's the reason why he went.
Yeah, that's way more interesting.
Yeah, so the in character stuff is finding that out. The out of character is bring it up by 2.
Kind of makes sense that it might be, because you said yours is at D12, right?
Yeah, so I can't.
You
Yeah.
can't. Yeah, so it makes sense that it might be Rachel, but maybe manipulative brother or Trevor might.
I think what's great is they're both in a position where he's not expecting to know you guys as much. However, he does sort of know who is considered vulnerable.
Hmm.
So that becomes a thing where, oh, you're considered vulnerable, but it turns out you're actually not. That's something.
Oh, Rach-
That's something Coach will end up telling you. He sent information on where people's like what students' weak points were, because they're looking for who they can change to a fetch.
Rachel can totally look vulnerable.
Well, yeah, except for since he knows y'all, it'll be a little more difficult to fool him.
Mm.
But we have two people who did not know him. He's not sure. And that's something both Maureen and Coach will bring up.